Organic farming is a growing business in Maine. I live just down the street from an old Maine dairy that has recently been converted into an organic vegetable farm. It's owned by Deb and Frank Picarallo, who are calling this place Mulberry Farms. My wife and I joined their CSA, or Community Supported Agriculture Program, and have loved the weekly supply of fresh, organic produce they've supplied. I took a bike ride down to the farm one morning to see what was going on. The fresh June air blew through the fields, and everyone was working hard.
The whole purpose of the farms is to have good products for people. You know, I told you the story before. We really believe in organic, and we really believe in good farming practices so that people can have good food, because America's food supply is not as strong as it was when I was a younger man.
Yeah.
There's just too many shortcuts taken in my mind.
Yeah.
And so there's no shortcuts taken here. We're trying to grow the best product that we want our family to eat, that we want our kids and our grandkids to eat, and we want the community to enjoy. And we've had a lot of people up and down the street stopping. We love it, and talking about what we're doing here and what we're trying to create. And like I told you, Randy, trying to create a sense of community, which I think we've started to do.
There you go. What's your name? Talia. Talia with a T. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
And she likes her berries and shortcake too. Don't we all? Yum, yum.
So do you want me to have the neighbors?
They're coming out of the woodwork.
They are. Well, I mean, they were gonna. My neighbor told her.
Yeah.
If you live that way, you don't know
Yeah.
what to do.
Well, their house is really on the other side of the woods behind you here.
From Egypt Road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's no, the support we've gotten from all the neighbors is just been awesome. People telling. Although there's one guy who says he's not going to tell anybody about the delicata squash because he wants them all.
Yeah. Yeah, there may be a strategy to just keeping this quiet too. Right, Frank?
That's true. Yeah, he said that, and one of the camps we're delivering to said, "I'm not telling the other camps."
Oh, they must be loving it. Just loving it.
They were eating the Tokyo Market turnips.
Oh, yeah.
These white turnips.
Yeah, well, we had some in the CSA batch, I think.
God, they are wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, we just ate them raw.
You did?
Yeah.
Roast them. Slice them into little things like this.
Yeah.
Put them with onions, olive oil, salt and pepper in a roasting pan in the oven. It's like, they're so sweet. It just releases all this natural sweetness. Beautiful.
Oh, good idea.
Unbelievable.
Let's see that. Hold that right up to the camera. Woo!
Oh, oops. Those are nice. Yeah, those are, you know, it's, I was thinking of my pockets, how filled my pockets are.
with what?
This is farmers. You know, when my father was, you know, my age,
Yeah.
he always had huge gardens.
Yeah.
And he had huge gardens because, I don't know if I ever told you this, Randy, he was a prisoner of war in the
Really?
Korean War. He got captured. He and 100 guys got captured on the top of the hill by 4,000 Chinese.
Wow.
And he went to prison camp for 2.5 years. And my father, with his farming knowledge, kept a lot of the prisoners alive because they grew gardens in the prison camp. the guy, the warden, or whatever they call him, the commandant, let them grow gardens so that he wouldn't have to feed them. And so they'd grow gardens and they'd eat off that, and they would also lure rabbits into the garden and catch them so that they had meat.
Sure.
And so he always loved gardens, and I didn't really appreciate them like he did when I was younger, but as I got older, I remembered the taste that he used to provide us with, and that's what part of what fueled my wanting to do this. And
Now, did you spend time in the garden as a kid?
a little, not a ton. I didn't like it like he did.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it like he did.
Yeah.
And so bad strawberry. So the little bad on one side, so can't go in the bin. So one of the things I always remembered about him, because he did a lot of gardening, his pockets were always full.
Yeah.
And these pockets, he had tools everywhere and little note cards everywhere to keep track of what he needed to be done. And so that's what I got. I got a knife and a multi-tool. And of course now my cell phone, he didn't have that back then. But it's just your pockets are full. I used to laugh at him about it. Now my pockets are full.
Wouldn't it be great if we could revisit our...
I know. I wish my father could see this farm.
Yeah.
He'd love it. He just would, he'd be so pleased. And he'd be 90 years old and he'd be out here picking in it.
Yeah.
I mean, he just loved them. And look at all these berries.
Oh, they're coming in strong now.
So what do you got going on here?
I am weighing out bags of gourmet lettuce. So we cut it into these onion bags, and then we put it in this bin over here, which is attached to an air compressor. So we fill it with water, and then there's all these little holes.
Oh, wow.
All these little holes that bubble up through it to get, you can see the pollen and dirt and bugs in it.
Oh, so it is rinsed before
And then,
it gets to the market. Because I was going to say, we've just been eating it, and it's like...
oh, yep. Yeah, this is really the only thing we wash.
Mm-hmm.
And then we put it in a washer with the tub removed, so it just spins it.
That's great. Wow.
So I'm doing camp. Sure, 1 pound bag.
Mm-hmm. Oh, kids are going to love that at camp. They won't even know it.